this blue blood. Now, I'm really intrigued to hear the resolutions here. Okay. Big Blue Nation, it's your time. It's your time. 2024 is here. This feels like, guys, 2024 feels like it's going to be a big year for Big Blue Nation. So, Jeff, what's the resolution for BBN and for Kentucky and Calipari? Oh, my God.
Ooh.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. John Calipari. Last I checked, Reed Sheppard is 4th on the team in minutes. Come on, Cal. Like, we need more time of Reed Sheppard on the court, period. He is the straw that stirs the drink with Kentucky. And what I mean by that, and he's very different, right? But he makes everybody better. He connects everybody. He moves the ball. He's not about scoring. He can make people better, but he can score when he wants to. He can make threes. They're just better. They're more efficient with Reed Sheppard on the court. Do not. I know Aaron Bradshaw came back, and I love him. Whatever you do, don't take minutes away from Reed Sheppard. Increase minutes for Reed. I'd rather see more minutes from Sheppard than anybody else in this team because I think he's that valuable. And it's like playing with – he's a freshman, but he plays like a senior in so much of what he does, his decision-making, his basketball IQ, his ability to just make everybody around him better. So that's what I would have to say to John Calipari.
I'm going to go – their resolution should be able to handle prosperity. This is probably the best they've looked in years in reference to the talent, shooting, and playmaking. They've got 2 pros off the bench. Usually in the past, when they've had pros come off the bench, they've been pretty damn good. Everyone's singing their praises right now. They just beat UNC. They're finally looking good. They got to be able to handle the press clippings because this SEC schedule is daunting. And this is going to make or break them as a team, but they have to be able to handle the highs and also the lows and stay even keeled. And this team will be there at the end, specifically in the SEC race. So, yeah, be able to handle a little prosperity. You guys are looking good right now, but this is just the beginning.
My resolution, play the right 5. Don't give in, Cal, to what agents are saying or what somebody's saying or what somebody has to have done for them and their agenda because they signed up for Kentucky, but this was part of the payoff. That my resolution is stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. Play the best 5. Down the stretch in games, who gives you the best chance to win? And that's probably my resolution. If I knew right now, gentlemen, and I know you could say, well, wouldn't you be able to, John, say this about a lot of teams? But if I told you, Jeff Goodman, that Kentucky had a master in the last 3 minutes of games, 3.5 minutes of games, like they're going to be in any and all situations. If they get beat, like Henson said, it's probably because they're going to go on the road in the SEC and they won't be close because they're going to have a bad day and they lose their focus. But I think if you told me right now, they're going to have an X's and O's, late game execution artist down the stretch in games with this group, I don't know what would keep them from potentially making a Final Four.
I'll say this. Rob Dillingham has been incredibly efficient so far this year, which I did not see coming after watching him on the AAU circuit. I thought he was incredibly inefficient when I watched him on the AAU circuit. So that has been really, really impressive to me, the kind of maturity that he's shown. So those two, see, I would have, and it's crazy. Listen, to me, Dillingham and Sheppard are 2 that I would have out there at all crunch time because Dillingham can make something out of nothing whenever he wants, right? Sheppard, again, makes everybody better.
Are you good with them coming off the bench? Are you good with them coming off the bench?
I don't care if he's coming off the bench or not. I don't care about the start of the game. I just care about the end of the game, last 4 minutes. And I would have Dillingham on the floor. I would have Sheppard on the floor. I'm eventually going to have Bradshaw on the floor. And you probably need Reeves on the floor for his floor spacing. But if Reeves isn't making shots, I might have all 4 guards in Bradshaw. I might just go with all 4 guards in Bradshaw. And I don't know if they can rebound well enough. I think that's something to be determined. But if you feed Bradshaw 25, 28 minutes every night, man, I still say to me, he's in the conversation as the number 1 overall pick. I think he's that talented.
I mean, he made I would say the biggest play of that UNC game when he gets to N1 to kind of pull them ahead and kind of solidify that. So, without him down there, who knows where that game goes. So I agree, man. Get him out there.
Jeff, before we get to our next Blue Blood, I do want to ask you this. Like, what you're bringing up, it seems self-explanatory, too, with the level of player down the stretch in the game, because those guys have been the hot hands. How much do you feel that's a reality in Lexington, that when you've got these mixture of personalities and scouts and agents and everything, that circles can determine what happens?
Well, listen, Trey Mitchell did a great job early for him. He did a great job while Bradshaw was hurt. But ultimately, he's the one that I would, unless it's matchup based, I would say he's the one who's going to suffer the most. According to me, what I would do minutes wise. He's not a great defender. He doesn't really give you a lot of length. Yeah, he was able to step out and make shots from 3. But I think you've got enough other guys who can do that now. Like, I didn't know if you could before, but Sheppard, Dillingham, Reeves, Wagner's not a really good shooter. But yeah, I think you got enough that, honestly, I think Trey Mitchell's a good 18-minute-a-game guy when it matters down the stretch at the end of the year.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.